don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. All right, I just watched Pinocchio, and not just any Pinocchio, not the high cheery Pinocchio. This is Guillermo del Toro's Netflix Pinocchio. I wish I would have known it was Guillermo del Toro from the beginning, because right when it starts, it's claymation, and anyone who knows me or watches me enough knows that I am creeped out by claymation. I've always claymation, stop motion, those things. The way the characters move is unnatural. Yes, I do know that in real life, it's all done via frame rate, but it captures it in live motion. That it just you can't get that moving each individual muscle of a statue and taking a picture of it. You don't get that seamless movement. It's staticky, and it hurts my eyes. It gives me a headache. I'm creeped out. There's so many layers to that, which bothers me, that I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. And this, dark from the beginning, absolutely dark. I mean, they talk about Pinocchio. They start with S.J. Cricket, because they can't use Jimmy, I guess. Yeah, they start off with him narrating the whole thing, narrated by Ewan McGregor, I think. Yeah, I think so. Narrated by him, and then he's basically this is Geppetto. He had a son. His son died. He buried a tree behind the grave of his son. Tree grow huge. He cut tree down and turned tree into puppet. Puppet come to life. And honestly, I enjoy the dark, gritty aspect. I love the fact that Pinocchio can die, but he's basically, what the goddess of death tells him is that he is doomed to live life for eternity. And Pinocchio thinks that's okay because he gets to live forever. He gets to have fun forever. But I thought it was going to be the morbid, life where everyone around him dies. He's forced to live for all eternity because he can die and be reborn consistently. And it really aggravated me when at the very end she's all, oh, but you can die if you want to. I mean, I was like, you just established the rule that he's going to suffer by watching everyone around him die. He will try to commit suicide time and time again. But now you're telling him, oh, there is a way to escape it all. No, the point of, I'm sorry, Guillermo del Toro, I love your work, but the point of having a character that's doomed to live forever, they can die, but they're born again because they have no choice in the matter. They are eternal. It's learning to, they deal with the eternal suffering. Like, it would have been nice if it started happy, because it seemed like Pinocchio was having fun in the beginning. Yes, it was dark, it was morbid, but I think I should have known what they were doing, because it was like, oh, you can break the rules and save Geppetto's life. I was just like, no, it should have been where he has to wait the time limit and Geppetto's dead and there's nothing he could do. And then again with like the cricket, something happens, he dies, he's unable to do anything during that time period. And I was thinking he was going to end up dying enough to where he's waiting like a year to return to life, and everyone around him that he cared about died. I thought it was going to happen with the kid, the kid who joined the youth, the soldiers' youth. I mean, I would have preferred that, where he basically dies there with the kid, the person who just became his first friend ever, and then he comes back to see the mangled corpse. Of course, it's PG. It's PG, so I guess they couldn't go too dark, but the whole thing was already dark, and he was just like, oh my gosh. So it's funny, because it was dark, it was gritty, it was morbid, but apparently it wasn't morbid enough for me. I don't know, because it's Guillermo del Toro. I expect him to go full in on the morbid aspect, full in, and like there's no real happy endings. There's all these little things that but I don't know. It was creepy for sure. See, it's something like this that'll give me nightmares. I can watch a horror movie and be like, this is just dumb. But this, Pinocchio, this could give me nightmares. The visuals, the story, everything could just, it's something that you could just horrify yourself with. But that ending absolutely upset me, because not only did they give him the ability to die, but after he did permanently, they gave him his life back. And it's just, I like it when they establish a set of rules and stick with the set of rules, because even the Goddess of Death was like, my sister doesn't like to follow the rules. But here the Goddess of Death breaks her own rules to allow... You know what? It is good if you're down for something dark and morbid, but apparently not dark enough for my taste, even though I'm not a big fan of those. Yeah, it's worth a watch. It does feel long and drawn out, but things that are dark always come off that way, because things that are happier always go by quicker. If someone's happy, everything flies by. When someone's depressed, everything slows down. It's just how it works. So the movie is slower because it's a darker tone. And it's PG, so you can allow your kids to watch this very horrendous, not in a bad way where it's a bad movie, but horrendous in that they will have nightmares. Or you will have nightmares and they will just be confused. I know, yeah. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.